Hi everyone, and welcome back to Words and Pixels. So I actually had a video planned on writing this week, which is already finished and edited, but I actually decided to push it back until next week, because as I was going through my subscriptions, I noticed a lot of people posting about this new trend of becoming a VSCO girl. And I don't know what that is. I was kind of bothered by this because I do like to think that even though I'm not a super trendy person, I am usually pretty up to date on social media. You know, I'm on the gram, I'm on Instagram. That sounds like a drug. I'm on the gram. I have a Snapchat. I don't use it often, but I have it. I know what it is. I like TikToks. I, again, have a TikTok. I don't use it often, but I sure do watch a lot of TikTok compilations on YouTube. So I feel like I'm relatively up to date. And then all of a sudden this VSCO trend started and I just had no idea what it was. And that was strange to me. So I thought what I would do for this video is look into VSCO, you know, what VSCO actually is, what it is as a platform, and what is this whole idea of the VSCO girl that's being talked about a lot right now. So I'm actually going to start off by going to the App Store and taking a look at VSCO's page. VSCO? VSCO? Okay, we're on VSCO's page. I have seen that icon before, so I'm guessing that's VSCO's logo. And let's take a look at what they actually... Let's look at some screenshots first. So yeah, I'm seeing a bunch of different photo filters. Celebrate photos, not followers. I'm wondering if that means they have some sort of like they don't show you follower counts or likes or something. I know that was something that Instagram is testing out in certain countries. Editing tools, okay. And presets. So yeah, a lot of this is looking kind of like similar features I'm seeing on Instagram. So let's take a look at their description. VSCO is a place to express yourself, make beautiful photo and video, and connect with the creative community. Edit with a variety of mobile presets and tools while exploring original content made by creators around the world. Free on mobile, edit with 10 VSCO presets, so looks like we have 10 different filters. I'm surprised there's only 10, but we'll see when we get in there, maybe there's more. Use basic editing tools like contrast, saturation, and grain. Explore inspiring photos and editorial and discover. Share your photos for a chance to be curated by VSCO, so, you know, there's that element of exposure, I guess. Oh, and there's also a membership. So that's kind of interesting. You know, with something like Instagram, you don't really have like a membership level, but it looks like with VSCO, you get 10 presets for free. And then it's, if you want to do the membership, it's 130 presets. And you get like a bunch more different options. So that's kind of interesting. It does not list the pricing here on the app page. I'm guessing when we actually get into the app, we'll see a little bit more about the pricing. Okay, so I'm downloading VSCO now. While I'm downloading it, because my Wi-Fi takes forever and a half to actually download things, I want to talk about this whole trend of the VSCO girl. So VSCO girl is a girl who uses VSCO, obviously. And there seems to be a particular look that's associated with girls who use VSCO. And a lot of YouTubers, and I've noticed on TikTok too, there's this big trend of trying to recreate that look, as well as kind of like act or parody a VSCO girl. So some of the things that I have noticed, actually I watched a bunch of videos, I took notes. So some of the things that I've noticed that are associated with VSCO girls: hydro flasks, which are a type of reusable water bottle. And I don't really know what makes the hydro flasks special, but I have seen a lot of people decorate them with stickers, which I think is actually really cute. I kind of want to do that. Starbucks with reusable straws, Birkenstocks, Crocs, why'd you bring back the Crocs? Pukas, which are a type of like shell choker necklace thing. Big t-shirts, scrunchies. I'm very excited about the scrunchies making a comeback, to be honest. I love scrunchies, so that's cool. So I'm excited to see all these scrunchies now. Friendship bracelets. And then there's also a trend towards minimal makeup. The exceptions to the makeup rule are Mario Badescu face spray, or Mario Badescu, I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, lip gloss, and also chapstick. Also, there's this weird laughing thing that I see a lot of the YouTubers do, this like kind of laugh. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I see a lot of the people who are doing VSCO Girl parodies will go like so I don't know. And then there's also this kind of association with saving the environment or saving the earth. I see a lot of like hashtag save the sea turtles kind of associated with this, which I think is great. You know, the fact that people are getting into being eco-conscious is awesome. So it is interesting that there are all these different things that are associated with VSCO and this sort of particular type of influencer who's on VSCO. So let's check on how the VSCO app is doing. Hopefully it finished downloading by now. All right, I'm back, and it took VSCO forever to download. So I don't know how big the app actually is or if my Wi-Fi was just terrible, but let's actually go take a look at it together. So, okay, so I just got past the part where I created a username and password, and it's giving me the information for the VSCO membership. So let's take a quick look and just see. So VSCO membership, the full VSCO experience, you get 130 VSCO presets, bunch of different editing tools and features. The cost is about $19 a year, which is $1.67 per month, which actually is not as bad as I thought. I for sure thought this was going to be like $3.99. So, I mean, it's not terrible. You know, I don't foresee myself doing it. But if you're really into video editing, you really want, or if you're really into picture editing, I should say, it's more photo editing. If you're really into editing photos and videos and you want kind of an app that has some preset tools to help you, this might be a worthwhile investment. But we actually have to check it out to decide that. So right now I haven't actually looked at an actual VSCO account. I've looked at people parroting VSCO users, but actually haven't seen any sort of VSCO content. So let's go ahead and see if I can find some people to follow here. So we're going to go to the Discover tab. So it seems like you primarily navigated on the bottom with these different icons here. So I clicked on Discover, so we're going to see what kind of content is out there in VSCO land. But as I'm looking through, I'm seeing a lot of artsy kind of shots going on here. And looks like VSCO actually does some things where they highlight different pictures based on a theme of some sort. Like this one's all about like different colors. And you can kind of submit to the challenges to kind of gain maybe a little bit more exposure for your photography, which I think is cool. I think that's a cool idea. Kind of challenges people to challenge themselves, you know, by maybe taking certain types of photos that they wouldn't take before. All right, so I clicked on the VSCO Girl hashtag. I'm just kind of going through, and I'm seeing some of the scrunchies, some of the puka shells showing up, you know, kind of seeing that here. Friendship bracelets, that kind of stuff. But I don't know how much of that is genuinely things that VSCO girls are wearing, or if those are people kind of capitalizing on the VSCO Girl trend. I'm not sure. Another thing that's kind of striking me as I'm going through the pictures and some of the tags and stuff is how much of these users are actually teenagers, which I think is interesting. There are definitely a lot of like young adults using the app as well. I'm sure there's some old timers like me on here also. So even though I am seeing like a lot of environmental shots. I do see a lot of selfies on VSCO, so I do think before I kind of conclude the video and, you know, talk about this a little bit, dissect it a little more, I do want to do a selfie. I want to do a VSCO selfie, so let's do a selfie. Let's just do it. That's awful. That's blurry. That's blurry. Those are all blurry. Let's try it again. Alright, one of these has to look okay. Alright, let's just go with that one. We're gonna use that selfie. I think that's awful, but maybe with a decent filter on it, we can save it. So, VSCO actually recommends filters, so we're gonna click on some of the recommended filters. Let's try it. So a lot of the recommended filters are the ones you have to buy. So we're just going to do all presets and see if I can find a free one that works out. Okay, so let's maybe do that one. I really do like that filter. I think that's one I used on another picture earlier that didn't get recorded. Let's just do hashtag selfie. So I don't really know what the trending hashtags are here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and post that. So what are my final thoughts on VSCO? Well, there's a couple things. First off, VSCO as an app seems to be pretty good. You know, I was kind of expecting it to be like an Instagram knockoff, and I think in some ways it is a bit, but actually maybe VSCO came first. I don't even know. I don't think it did. I think Instagram came first. But I actually was pretty impressed with some of the filters that were on there. There's actually a lot of really cool options to look through. The 10 filters that I was able to access were pretty good, but I can imagine having access to the full library of 130 filters, or presets as they're called in VSCO, is pretty nice. You know, I'd liked the option to be able to record GIFs. I think that's pretty cool. And it looked like they were working on some more robust video features too, so I do think that that's a cool thing. Now, the thing that I do really want to talk about is the VSCO Girl trends, and I have more mixed feelings about that. So one of the things that I don't like about this trend, and thing that kind of really struck me the most as I was going through VSCO and kind of looking through some of the tags and stuff, is that a lot of the things that are kind of being parodied in the trend are things that teenage girls are very much into. And I do feel like there is kind of a history on the internet of making fun of things that teenage girls like. You know, when Twilight was very popular, it was very popular to hate on Twilight. When One Direction and Justin Bieber were really big, it was really popular to kind of like hate on them and kind of make fun of them. And I think that's kind of a shame. You know, I don't think we should be discouraging the interests that young girls have. I think we should be encouraging them to explore themselves and to get to know themselves and what they like a little bit better. So, you know, to all those girls out there who are genuine VSCO girls, I support you. Go wear your scrunchies, go put stickers on your hydro flasks, you know, go ahead and be interested in saving the environment. I think that's a really cool thing and good for you guys. So definitely do that kind of stuff, you know? I don't think they should feel ashamed of that at all. As for the other end of it, you know, the YouTubers who are kind of getting on this trend, I don't think that they mean any sort of disrespect. You know, I know everything I just said about it being inherently disrespectful to teenagers. I think it's true, but I also do think that a lot of the YouTubers who are doing it are more interested in it from the perspective of a fashion trend. And I do think that is kind of interesting, because with this look, there are such specific things associated with it that I think it would be kind of fun to go shopping and kind of like pick up some of that stuff, and it would make for a good video. And a lot of the things that are part of the trend are things that have been a part of trends before. And I think that's the other aspect of it too, is for a lot of older YouTubers, there's kind of a sense of nostalgia. You know, a lot of them were talking about previously being Tumblr girls and, you know, remembering when Tumblr girls were popular and now VSCO girls are popular. You know, a lot of the things that were kind of really popular in the past, like the scrunchies and the Crocs, are kind of making a comeback now. So I think there's this kind of like throwback aspect to it that's interesting. So overall, you know, it was kind of fun deep diving on this trend a little bit. I guess my final takeaway is that if you're interested in VSCO as an app, I definitely recommend it. And as for me, am I going to be using it? I might dabble. I really did like the filters, so I could totally see myself maybe using some of those filters again in the future. Although I would probably be editing them in VSCO and then posting them on Instagram. The fashion trend, I kind of also liked too. You know, I think I could totally see myself investing in a few scrunchies. I used to like scrunchies. I'd totally buy some more. And maybe I'll get a Hydro Flask and put some stickers on it. Who knows? So that's going to be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If there's any other trends that you would like me to explore or kind of give a little primer on, just let me know in the comments and I'm happy to do that. Until next time, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!